Pokemon!
As many of you know, it is summer. It is a time for relaxation and, more importantly, water, the nutrients of life, something you just love to absorb through your pores, alright? Now, I was at home thinking about what I usually am, and at one point, I did leave and go to a place filled with H2O, and I was wearing my favorite bathing suit, of course, as one does. And I was there with two of my friends, and we were having a great time. We were swimming, we were splashing, because, you know, why not? It's hot, and it felt great, alright? And I, at one point, swim backward, and I bump into a teeny tater tot toddler, and I turn back, and I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that, because, you know, I was not out here trying to drown toddlers, I promise y'all, don't add it to my list of crimes. And I look at this toddler, and she is wearing a full-on bikini. Not just a little cover-up bikini. Nah, this was, straight up the ass crack bikini. String bikini. And I was like, oh, that's not really an appropriate thing for a toddler to wear. And so I move on with my day because, you know, it's not my kid. It's not my crotch goblin. I contributed nothing to the process of making this tiny terror to society. It's not my kid. Not my problems. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. And I move on with life because, of course I do. And I was thinking about it because I, as one does, own a bathing suit. And now I quite like my bathing suit. But there are some things about it that I would change if I could. And while I can sew, I'm not good at, swimsuit fabrics, because I just generally am not. Now, I personally prefer a bikini over a one piece because a one piece feels like it is stuck to your skin, and that is just not a texture I personally really like. But I also don't like how revealing bikinis are, so I've decided to design my own. And I have a strong opinion that you should not allow a child below 12 to really wear a bikini, because I just really don't think you should. Now, I have no children, and I will never have any children, so any of you hoping for little mini spiders out in the audience, it's not happening. Sorry guys, but not sorry. It shall not happen. It shall not pass. And so I don't know if that's all a parent could afford. I don't know if it was sewn from scraps, but personally, don't think that toddler should have been wearing that. But it's not my kid, so I can't really be saying anything, can I? Well, I am. So I'm designing my own, clearly, as you can see by the Speedpaint. And I'm doing a general swimsuit and then one on my OC. Now, I don't like how bad some swimsuits are for chest support, because I know on my OC, I typically draw just a flat chest. I am not flat-chested. I am, in fact, the first level of D, or the one right before it. That's basically right where my chest size is. And so when I say I know chest melons, okay? I know what's up in that area. Now, I personally don't like the low amount of support that most bikinis give. Now, there are some that don't have such a low support, but there are a lot that do. And that's generally just the kind you find literally everywhere. And so I'm fixing that up in the chest area. I would prefer it to be more like a sports bra, personally. And, you know, give it a little bit of a style right there. You know, you can see the little, decoration there. And I also have a strong preference for more coverage in the butt area, because I do not need my ass cheeks out in the world. The world does not need to see And so I've done that on both bathing suits, and I really love it when it just has like a little bow on the side, because that just looks so good. Like, it can be wacky because you have to retie it. It helps with adjustment too, so if it's like not exactly how you want it, you can just retie it, which is also really fucking convenient, so it's not like straight up your cooter. I'll say that much. And I personally, if it does not have like more of a sports bra, I have maybe more of a tube top one. That's the kind I do like. So both styles are acceptable in my eyes. And now I know what I'm saying is not for everybody. There are some people who are like, gay, girl, I'm not gay. Well, but not in this context. I'm like, girl, the strings, but the strings just ain't for me, galley. They're just not. And one thing I really like on swimsuits are certain patterns. I cannot stand leopard print. I don't know why, but it's not for me, bae. Like, be what you want, like, but it's not. No. And I, like, either prefer more solid colors with very low visible pattern, or a pattern that is less, I guess, super outward. I personally put strawberries on the white bikini because, dog, I love strawberries, and it's a cute pattern. It is something that has the Spiderweb stamp of approval. My voice is like so close to cracking. I can hear it. Anyway. Where's my water? I don't know. Anyway, back on topic. Another thing I personally love are like the mesh shawls that you put usually around your waist and for bikinis, just because it gives a little bit more coverage, but it's not thick cotton or polyester, which doesn't feel as good over a swimsuit, because swimsuits usually have thicker fabric, because, you know, you don't want the world to be seeing any sort of assets. Like, it's not something most people are interested in. Like, you be what you're into, but not for me, bae. And so I've done leaf shawls because those are my favorite kind. And by the way, I'm so sorry for how, like, messy my drawing's going, but I'm trying a new art app, and it's like the brushes have been just fighting against me in a war I am not winning. Like, I am losing this one, guys. So I hope you enjoyed my discussion about bikinis. So yeah, have a great day.